Been playing around with the camera. One thing that's curious is when I stop and start it, the time code just keeps increasing. In other words, it's not... I wonder if I'm going to get one file, whereas I'm used to getting a separate file each time I do stop and start. I'm panning around. Let's try zooming in a little bit. Oh, it's interesting. So with the rocker switch, if I give it a little pressure, the harder I push, the faster it zooms. This thing can do a lot. I'm going to clearly have to practice a bit and read up a bit. That's interesting. So here's the new camera again, pointed at me. It's at exactly the same location as the previous camera, but you can see more stuff. That's cool because previously I'd have my camera sometimes 10 feet back from my workbench, which was kind of annoying at times, but now it's only about 4 feet away. And yeah, you can see a whole lot more. And just for me looking at the viewfinder, LCD screen, it looks fantastic. So I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts on this. And I'm going to post this video in a couple chunks because the first portion was filmed with an old camera in 1080. This portion is being filmed in 4K. When I combine the two, I may be forced to do the whole thing in 1080. But I want to do a separate portion just in 4K, just to see. Now it's funny, I put my old memory card in the camera first and it rejected it for insufficient write speed. Now that was an old 8 gig memory card. I just happen to have a 256 gig new memory card. I popped it in, it's working just fine. So, welcome to the new era of ultra high def. Maybe. Now I'll see how it goes. Don't be surprised if I lower the settings a bit. So right now I just took it out of the box, turned it on and hit record. It may have higher settings, for sure it has lower. I may end up forced to get down to 1080p for extending the battery life, for putting more in the memory card, in other words having a longer record length, and just so my laptop can handle it. I have a fairly new laptop. I think it has a 1 terabyte solid state drive and so on. But even so, you get into 4K high bitrate territory, these files gotta be big. Imagine it's going to be a little painful to edit them. Uploading, no problem. I got fiber, symmetrical fiber, so uploading should be just fine. But editing and encoding, maybe not so much. Now, another reason it's great to have these old cameras is if I go out on some grungy expedition to pick something up, or I'm out in the garage working on something, I'm not going to bring this camera with me. I'm going to bring one of the old cameras with me. So this is just fantastic. And thanks so much again to my benefactor for providing this camera. So I guess you could call this a State of the Basement vlog, an introduction to a new camera. Thanks for watching, and please let me know what you think about the quality of this. And I'll just do this last segment in a separate video as well, and let's see how it turns out.